I'll make a few closing remarks, just super fast, before the general members meeting. I'd like to thank all the panelists today, the eabh, the Fondazione 1563, the whole team to make this possible was really amazing. I think some interesting common threads that we saw through all the presentations today. They seem different, but they're really not. They're really about pulling threads together to fill gaps, to tell a story, and to move forward research and scholarship in banking and finance. I think there's a lot to be said about what researchers face in terms of the different ways archives and records are controlled and in which context they are controlled. We saw a businessman in India controlling his records, and we see the Bank of Canada controlling their records. We see different scenarios happening there, and I think that this also affects the way researchers see our material and use it. I see a big struggle inside archives between traditional practice and caring for a collection versus communicating that collection to the outside world in a way that is understandable. And that sort of the amount of effort it takes to engage with the public is intense. And does that take resources away from preserving and caring for collections? I also too wonder about whether our practices are shoring up our elite users and not helping those more marginalized in our society gain access to this kind of information. And I think that we've learned a lot from digitization programs, but is digitization enough? What else can we do to democratize access to our holdings? But I think it's, the question is, do we have is our archives good? And I think it was Mr. Jones who said, well, you don't have to be an angel to be good. And I think this is arguable, right? Are our archives good or not? But what I think is good is that we come to forums like this, where we share information and find ways to pull the threads together to help our research community, but also the public at large. So thanks to everyone. I look forward to tomorrow. Thank you.